We are just 2 weeks away from Battlegrounds, ladies and gentlemen. 2 final shows here in Montreal, Canada. What will happen tonight? And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back from our break. Bit of an early break. But here we have Wild Child taking on Number Guy, set to defend the $1 Million Championship. We saw last week, or just 2 weeks ago, that awesome contest between Number Guy and Tony J. Smith that wound up with both men being bloodied out. It was so impressive that Wild Child offered Number Guy a title shot, and now here we are. Now Number Guy driving the knee right into Wild Child's face. What an impressive statement this would be if Number Guy could win a title on his 3rd match here in Whassup Wrestling. Of course, we know Number Guy has a very prestigious career within Whassup Wrestling, but this is now Whassup Wrestling televised. A whole different beast. Wild Child whipped into the corner, getting another knee there by Number Guy. Number Guy going for a quick cover. I don't think he's going to get anything here. Nope. Just basically the referee getting a light workout. Wild Child with the counter of the suplex. Now the champion taking control of things here. It's the Irishman versus the Canadian. As Wild Child clubs down and looks like he's going. No. Now it's Number Guy countering out of the suplex. He's got Wild Child up on his feet and another knee driven straight into the side of Wild Child's face. And Number Guy is prepping for something. Hard suplex, middle of the ring. Oh, and a DDT to the master of the DDT. And once again, Wild Child up on his shoulders. Face landing right against the turnbuckle pad. And Number Guy coming in with a low drop kick. Number Guy looking to become the new $1 Million Champion here in Whassup Wrestling. He's really got the champ's number here, and coming in and a hard boot in the corner there. Thus far, this entire match has, for the most part, been Number Guy's number. Now here we are. Some fans just able to keep up with that one. Following those brutal assaults, those kicks in the knees, Wild Child still manages to kick out after one. Another guy looking to take out the knees, but Wild Child fighting back. Clubbing down on the #1 contender challenger, and suplex there. Wild Child needs to focus on his competitor. The fans aren't going anywhere. All the doors are locked, and the blackmail has been sent. Now Wild Child going outside of his repertoire. Powerbombing. No, just sending Number Guy's face dropping into the turnbuckle. Exact same turnbuckle that Wild Child had brought against. Now Number Guy kicking out Wild Child's knee and delivering one of his own, and now up to the top. And a front drop kick. Will that be it? New champion? No. Wild Child managing to roll number guy off of him. Wild Child once more fighting back. Swinging DDT. Swinging DDT out of nowhere. This could be it. No. Just a 2 count. Wild Child's not done yet. And that piercing DDT. Wild Child taking a momentary glance over at the challenger. Now here we are with the count. 2 and no, just a 2 count. Wild Child just dog's hair from retaining his championship. And that number guy looked like he was trying for a DDT of his own, but Wild Child countering out. Now Wild Child with a fisherman DDT. And Wild Child showing off why he's the champ. And now his own knee being crushed into the side of number guy's skull. You see a Northern Lights suplex, number guy's feet hitting the ropes, angling the challenger awkwardly for that one. Thus making it so Wild Child collided more with his head, trying to go for an early finish there. It's going to take him a bit to recover after this one. And Wild Child sending number guy to the outside. That straight right shot. What a way to kick off Whassup Wrestling. A reminder that 2 weeks from now we are going into Battlegrounds. It looked like Wild Child was attempting a German, and no, it's number guy getting that in. We are halfway to 10. The champion being rolled back in by the challenger. And it looks like number guy wants to end this thing. He wants to put, and will he? Yes! Snapping in a quick brain buster. And here's the count. 2 and 3. Yes! Number guy wins. Number guy is the new $1 million champion. Wild Child was just unable to come back from number guy's constant assault. Perhaps it had to do with that Northern Lights suplex, that awkward landing. There you see it again. And Wild Child suffering the results of that one. Perhaps jerking his neck. Number guy taking full advantage of that one. And now here we have him, the new $1 million champion, number guy. Congratulations to the Irishman, and welcome back to Whassup Wrestling. And per usual, ladies and gentlemen, Anya will be leading Sasha Banks down to the ring. I doubt we'll be seeing much more of her in this one, especially given that this is a fatal 4-way matchup involving the likes of Rydel and Neville. Problems brewing between, or at least problems brewing from Honey towards Anya. Given that Anya really seems to want her into her harem. And Neville, well, let's just say the peachy feelings that Catherine has for Anya are just not on the good side. That's about the best way we can put that. So get your taste of the goddess now. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha is ready for this one. She's ready to keep up that momentum from last week's victory over Summer Holly Madison. Things will be a bit difficult for her, especially as she was fighting without Anya in her corner, as Anya will have left, as this will be a fatal four-way. Something I doubt Anya will want to be around for, especially with Honey Rydel coming down to the ring. There's been some bit of a conflict in the backstage area. Anya really persistent of having Honey join her harem, and Honey basically having nothing of it. She has sworn that her career will turn around by her own hand. Of course, fan speculation is that Honey started her losing streak around the same time that Kitty was forced into the council. As we all know, Kitty is Honey's mentor. So like mentor and student, things have not been going good for either women. Although we've seen things steadily pick up for Kitty, so hopefully things will turn around now for Honey. So we now await the arrival of the newest member of the Whassup Wrestling roster. We have Kaio. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, those ears are indeed real. Whassup Wrestling has no boundaries on who they allow into their sport. Kaio making her debut. You may have seen her in some exhibition match at some point in Whassup Wrestling's past. And now she is here up on the main roster, up in the televised edition, ready to put the fight to the other vixens here in Whassup Wrestling. That lightning bolt can only mean one thing, and it is the arrival, the return of Catherine Neville. We haven't seen much of Catherine since her dealings with the council. Figuring that a 5-on-1 situation would not benefit her in any sort of way. Of course, now the council has their eyes set on a new enemy in the Evil Girls. They will be fighting the Evil Girls at Battlegrounds. That is the council. It will be a 4-on-4 gauntlet style matchup. One competitor from each team will be beginning the match. The individual eliminated, or the team with the to suffer an elimination will send out a replacement shortly after until one team has been officially eliminated. Of course, we know that Summer Holly Madison will be starting off for the council, but we don't know who will be starting off for the Evil Girls. And we do know who's starting off here, and that is Kaio taking on Sasha Banks, while Catherine Neville focuses on Honey Rydel. Suplexes in stereo. We have Honey just thrown hard to the outside there by Catherine. A bit of problems between the two women. Now Honey's thrown right into the apron as Kaio slamming Sasha down, now picking her back up, whipping her towards the ropes. Looks like she might be sending her to the outside, and no, Kaio catching a knee there by the member of the harem, who's looking to maintain her own momentum. Now Honey lying flat, watching the knee come crashing down onto her face. Now say the referee has his hands full, but perhaps now he does, as all four competitors are back into the ring. Catherine Neville certainly taking a chance here, as Kaio takes the harsh slap there by Sasha. And a disrespectful kick to the back side of the head there by Catherine. Now Sasha going up to the top. Honey countering out of Catherine. I guess Sasha found herself distracted there. Now Sasha on the outside resting, and we have ourselves a triple threat situation here. And Kaio with a low drop kick to the back of Honey's head. Ooh, dropping that elbow to Honey's spine. Now going for the cover, but you're not going to get much with both Catherine and Sasha on their feet, as this is a fatal four-way, one pinfall or submission to a finish. And Kaio sent over the ropes, but jumps right back in. And Sasha Banks dropping the former #1 contender to the Vixens Championship. Surprisingly, no sign of Roxy anywhere. She's still persistent on having her chance encounter with Catherine, and now Kaio just surprising Honey. And now Honey's sent back to the outside. Catherine's like being put through some torturous positions now. Looks like Kaio really wants to get in on the fight. And perhaps now she can, as Honey comes back in. Snapping suplex there by Kaio. Sasha following after her. Kaio may not... I was going to say Kaio may not want to go up to the top, and we just see why. Now Sasha with that clothesline. I don't think anyone ever thought that a member of the harem in a fatal four-way involving a #1 contender or former #1 contender to the Vixens Championship, that it would be the last woman standing. But there we saw it there, and now Sasha managing to kick her feet. Getting a nice reverse DDT. And he's stalking around her. Coming in, and Sasha's face dropped right into the canvas. Now Sasha dropped to the outside, and Kaio coming in to join her. And he's taking a bit too much time taunting at the top there, as Sasha brought back to her feet. And now dropped right onto her back. Right onto the hard mat on the outside. Honey with a snapmare, and Kaio sent right back into the ring. And now the pinfall, but Sasha just there in time to stop the count. An expert athleticism there by Kaio. Surprising twisting move there by Kaio, and now Honey dropping her down. And what's Kaio going for here? Kaio going for the pin. 2, 3. Kaio victorious here tonight. Pinfall over Sasha Banks. Sasha's momentum taking a heavy hit there. Here we see the twisting slam there, and now the pinfall. Honey missing with the drop kick. Bit of an embarrassing maneuver there. So that she's going to be hearing that quite a bit in the back. But for now, Kaio victorious.
Whassup Wrestling is brought to you by Snacky S'mores. Eat Snacky S'mores.
And a confrontation between Iida Atsuko and Emily happening here in the ring. Iida giving a few words to the women's champion. And there we saw exactly what those, basic summary of what those words were. The women's tag team champion up on the top, dropping the elbow straight into Emily's midsection. And a hard chop, and it seems the situation between these two has yet to cease. Emily just dropping Iida back. I suppose Iida firmly believing that she had the women's championship in her grasp. Just like Emily having thought that she had Iida there in her grasp, and now this fight continuing, and the referee is in there trying to pull these two women apart. And here we are following that. Another break. And now a rematch. Basically, these two have just been going after rematch after rematch. If you're keeping count at home, the score between these two women is basically technically tied if you want to count their tag team encounter. But if you want to keep up to the singles matches, then Crystal Blake still holding a victory over Zahara Madigan-Star with 2-1. And for the second week in a row, Catalina Star, Zahara's wife, being advised to stay in the back by Zahara herself. Magical One desperately wanting to get things straightened out with Crystal Blake here. Some might call her obsessive and such a desire, but it certainly makes booking easier for Stephanie McMahon. Well, last week we saw that it was just all Zahara. Now it's all Crystal. And Crystal with a hard scoop slam. And a reminder that it is Crystal's partner, Harper Maloney, who is the women's Money in the Bank winner. Of course, she has to be in the back alongside Paige watching this one. So we see a bit of athleticism there by the Magical One. Twisting neck breaker there by Zahara. Heading up to the middle rope. Now driving that elbow straight across Crystal's face. Of course, this does pose the reminder of the women's tag team division. And we will see the women's tag team champions set to defend their titles at Battlegrounds. In a standard tag team match against the, I guess, former #1 contenders, if that's what you want to call them, the Bella Twins, as they'll be giving another chance at a Whassup Wrestling contract. Stephanie was quite impressed with their performance during the women's tag team tournament. And speaking of impressive, what a move there by Crystal. Just spinning Zahara around. And we will be seeing Zahara teaming with her wife once more to take on the PTC at Battlegrounds. The rules of that matchup have just yet to be determined. And we see Crystal just heavy shots there against Zahara. Where's Zahara going? Zahara upset with this one. Just frustrated. But Crystal Blake coming back out. She wants to fight. And now a cheap shot there by Zahara. And now we could be seeing a similar Zahara that we saw just last week. The Crystal Lake fighting back. And now Zahara's dropping the knee. Referee up to 4. Zahara's torquing that arm or that neck. Crystal thrown right into the barricade. Luckily, they haven't come out to the ramp. They've stayed on the pads at least. Zahara with 2 back elbows, and now just nearly flung to the outside. And Crystal may want to pay attention. And a full Nelson drop. Crystal's face. And now countering with that nice little kip up, head scissors. Perhaps hoping for a surprise victory, but no. Now Zahara having her neck torque, but Crystal perhaps torquing a bit too much, giving Zahara a chance to turn things around. And now a ceiling DDT, and that could be it. Referee finding a good spot to count, and now he finds it, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Things between these women have tied in singles competition. It is now 2-2. Of course, I should note that it is up to you on whether you want to call it a cheap shot, but Zahara losing her focus. Leaving the ring. Certainly a darker side to this competitor than we've seen since her debut. And she appears rather pleased with her victory. That's something at least. Our show without entrances continues, as unfortunately we had to return back from a commercial break following that assault between Emily and Iida. And it has been announced that next week on Whassup Wrestling, Iida Atsuko will be once more challenging Emily Stratfield for the Women's Championship. Of course, it'll be title for title. If Emily wins, then the Council will become the new Women's Champion. Or at least Emily will become the new Women's Tag Team Champion alongside Harper Riley. Or Riley Everett, sorry. There's a bit frazzled here. Waiting for the BAM to basically do his thing. And as we see it now, it was a surprising, I think it was just 2 moves defeating Craig Stevens, the man who will be facing Judgment Day at Battlegrounds. Tornado managing to get out of that one. Tornado turning it around into a fiery Hurricane Rana. Now up on the top, dropping the elbow, taking out both Jeffery himself and the referee. One move, taking out all 3 men in the ring. And of course, it is done by the resident superhero. Now Jeffrey Jones out on the apron. And Tornado managing to catch hold of him. Tornado going for the cover, but just gets the 1 count. Jeffery Jones. Hard backdrop. But that shouldn't be it. Not even a 1 count. And Neville just driven to the top of Tornado's head. And Tornado's own partner, Cyclone, having her matchup determined for Battlegrounds, defeating Lilac in that tables match last week. And Stephanie having chosen that the title that Cyclone will be fighting for, it will be the Vixens Championship against Roxy. And of course, just to make matters worse, Lilac will also be involved in that matchup. It'll be a triple threat. 3 friends whose only crime has been to take on the council, set to face each other. Meaning that whole fight for the #1 contendership was just meant as nothing. But that's just how Stephanie rolls, and now and that is just how Tornado rolls, right off the top rope. Now Jeffery Jones going for another quick cover. Just a 1 count. He took out the arms, but he should have taken out the legs. Sent to the far corner, and Jeffery's there to turn him around and just floor him right out. And now what's Jeffery going for here? And it's a diving headbutt straight into the heart of the resident superhero. And trying to bring in his quickness. And speaking of quickness, Jeffery Jones with a hard DDT, suffering there for a bit. But he's going for the cover, but just the 1 count. Now he's taking his breather. Jeffery Jones saluting the crowd here in attendance. Two clubbing blows, and this could be his suplex variety. Suplex, German suplex, clothesline. It's that combination that floored Craig Stevens, but not Tornado. And Tornado manages to kick his feet, get out of there. Tornado going to the top. He could be setting up to fly. No. Jeffery Jones getting too close to the ropes. But here goes Tornado again. Slowly to the top. And once more, Jeffery getting down. And Tornado is just desperate. Desperate to hit something off the top rope. His 3rd attempt. And he nails it. Top rope diving splash. Jeffery with a shoulder block and another cover. 2 and no. With as hard a shoulder as Jeffery has, would have been no question about that being a 3 count, but Tornado firing back. Reverse DDT. The resident superhero trying for another Hurricane Rana, but powerbomb for his troubles, now kicking out the leg of Jeffery. And the 2 men just going back and forth, back and forth. And now Jeffery finally getting in the first actual move, a backdrop, and now a cover. 2 and just the 2 count. Jeffery not surprised by that one. And now torquing the neck of Tornado once more. Tornado kicking on his feet, another reverse DDT. And Tornado could be setting up for the choke slam. And choke slam, taking down the Bam, Jeffrey Jones. Will this be a victory for the superhero? And yes, it is. Tornado victorious here in Whassup Wrestling. Jeffrey back to his feet. Tornado offering the hand, and Jeffrey accepts it. Jeffrey accepts it. A hard-fought victory for Tornado. A hard-fought loss from Jeffrey. Here we are, the Natural Greatness taking on Rough and Tough. It was a tremendous showing by Rough and Tough at Money in the Bank pre-show against the reigning tag team champions, the Towers of Power. Unfortunately, in the end, it was the Towers who were victorious in that one, and now Tony J. Smith showing off his own strength, throwing Rough straight across the ring. Tony with that hard stomp. Because we don't know the mental situation between Tony and his partner Roger, given that Roger is the Money in the Bank holder. So at any moment he could challenge for the Universal Championship and basically take to higher pastures than Tony perhaps could ever go. And just saying that, I'm glad I'm up here in the safety box, far from the ring. And now just a sudden deadlift of Tony J. Smith there by Rough. It's hard to know between these two brothers just who is stronger. As we tend to see just a tremendous display from both of these competitors. Such as this deadlift powerbomb. And Tony's not going to let that happen again. And it looked like Tough was trying for yet another fall-away slam, with Tony managing to kick out. Tony doing a fair brunt of the work himself, keeping his partner Roger on the apron, even though Roger is calling for a tag. Tony ignoring him, but now Roger trying, but this time it is Tough who stops the Natural from getting that tag. Now Tony hot-shotted right off the top rope. And now it's the Greatness coming into the ring, doing everything he can to take Tough down. It's 4 shots, 5 shots, 6 shots. Tough thrown straight into the corner to the other side, and finally Tough knocked off his feet. It took all the momentum the Greatness could bring about. To finally get the big man down. Of course, Roger fighting on his own. And Tough just throwing him hard across the ring there. Now tag between the brothers. Tony having some words. The referee managing to get him out. And now Ruff, the legal man, against Roger Desmond, the current Money in the Bank champion. And now Ruff knocked to the outside. Both numbers of Natural Greatness looking down. And now it's Roger coming to the outside. The fight continuing there. Taking a moment to take in the crowd's response. Though I doubt any of it was for him. Not in this contest. And the referee up to 7. And Ruff just thrown straight into those steel steps. And it looks like Tough has had enough. And now Roger calling for greatness. Or will it be sheer greatness? It's greatness. That super kick catching right underneath Ruff's chin. But that's not all that Roger wanted to do, and he could be paying for it. A Tough trying for a tag. But Roger canceling that out, stopping down on Ruff's back of the leg. And now trying again. I think he wants to bust him open. He doesn't get it this time, but he's going for the pinfall now. And both Tony and Tough in the ring, but Tough is closer. Now Tough taking out with that side Russian leg sweep. And Roger flinging himself over the top rope. And Ruff with that hard shot to the side of the head. Now trying for a pinfall, but you're not going to get anything from that, no matter who you are. And now Ruff doing a good job turning things around here. And Ruff is just ready for a fight. Hard follow-away slam, and the crowd just basically riding Ruff for that one for some reason. Perhaps here in Montreal they are more of a natural greatness crowd. Now Ruff dropping all of his weight down on Roger's chest. Now Ruff making that tag. Here comes Tough, running right through the greatness. German suplex. German suplex. And once more for good measure. Ruff still recovering on the outside, and a high-powered gorilla press, dropping Roger onto his knee. And now Dominator, middle of the ring, but Ruff's not there to help. And Tony just sent running into the corner turnbuckle. Tony saving his partner there. stopping him from being thrown to the, perhaps the outside. Roger now with the tag, and it's Tony running right through, and again, 3 times. Not a good sign for Tough. Given that just a few moments ago, it took around 6 shots for Rogers to get him off his feet, and now it's Tony dropping him down in all 3. But Tough fighting back. Another showing of his absolute strength. And now just torquing Tony's neck. Tony countering with that knee to the head. That high angle slam. Not going for the cover. No one in to try and save or break. No, there's Ruff. Ruff just walking over. And this crowd finally showing some support for this match. And it is clear they are definitely here for natural greatness. And in Whassup Wrestling, we're not going to question anything. Cheer who you want in Whassup Wrestling. You are not Bizarro World. You are not wrong. Now the greatness kicking Tough in. Now Tough countering back, fireman's carry. Roger fighting his way back out of the rough and tough corner. Roger fighting back here. Hard drop kick. Finally managing to take out Tough, and now the tag to both men. And it's Ruff running right through the referee. Tony ducking the clothesline. And Roger with that shot to the back of Ruff's head. Tony got in mind here. Whatever it is, it cannot be good. Say top rope cutter, top rope cutter. And now going for the cover. Tough on the outside. 2, 3, unable to break up the pin. Tough doing everything he could, but it is natural greatness with the victory. And the crowd here must be happy about that one. We saw that hard stomp, and there we saw the finish of this one, the top rope cutter. Perhaps rumors of dissent between both of natural greatness are false. Both men want the tag team titles, and perhaps they will one day have them. See Dexter Spectacular ready to take on Pimp Daddy. But he's not fighting Pimp. Wait, what is this? Dark Killer is taking out Pimp Daddy in the back, and he's taking his place. But nope, Dexter fighting back. Dexter fighting, and now the two men are just sharing blows, one after the other. Referee trying to stop them. And now they're just hitting each other at the same time. The referee trying to stop this one. No, he's getting the word. Referee is getting out of the ring. He's being told this will just be an unsanctioned fight between Dexter Spectacular and the Dark Killer. Saw the Dark Killer victorious last week against Dexter, and now just wanting to keep up the assault.